Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. We are talking about training during COVID. It's been about a year, and during this whole year, it was obviously a lot of uncertainty and a lot of forward thinking and a little bit of innovation as well. So what I mean by all that is, when everything started happening, there was, I'm a pretty optimistic person, so there was a lot less traffic. So instead of me taking 35 minutes, 40 minutes to get to the gym, it took me about half an hour, 25 minutes. And I was like, oh, cool, this is awesome, right? So that cut down a lot of the travel time and, less traffic, less stress, all that fun stuff, right? And in conjunction into that, there was less people. So less people, you don't have to fight for the bench or anything like that. So there was that as well. And less distractions, right? So less people talking to you, less people get in the way of lifting. I work out at a CrossFit gym, so there were, less people walking in front of me when I lift sometimes. And usually they're generally good about that, but, there's new people all the time. So there was less of that. I have gotten better at noticing or not noticing people walking in front of me while I lift, but it's more of a sign of respect thing. I might get into that a little bit later, but when things started happening in terms of closures, live in California, so that started happening pretty quick. And when when that started happening, I was like, oh shoot, I don't have, at the time I didn't have a barbell that I can do any of the dynamic lifts in. So I originally had probably like a 6-year-old barbell, just a regular standard barbell. Didn't really have any spin on it. It was pretty rusted. And at that time, it was just doing deadlifts, bench, squats. And, thankfully I can load that bar to about, the most I think I've done comfortably was around 320 pounds. And, there was no sense of like breaks or anything, thankfully, in the barbell. So that had to do until I received my barbell. So, during that time, thankfully I had a bench and everything like that, and weight stands as well. So I was able to do the main compound lifts, and that kept my strength, thankfully. And thankfully I've been doing this long enough that if I did any clean and jerks or snatches, it would be a little rusty at first, but after that it would just kind of be like riding a bike, right? It would be pretty natural. So, ordering all that stuff, we had the stimulus package come in, and that was basically used to buy my gym equipment. And that was I was very fortunate enough to get everything I needed to start training again. I would say about 4 months in to the year mark that I'll just kind of put up. So, during that time, again, doing deadlifts, squats, bench, just presses, anything to just try to keep the body moving. And thankfully the gym was open during that time. Once the gym started reopening, then the routine came back and started lifting again. I didn't post for about 8 months, I believe, because I didn't have any content to film. I didn't have anything to film, to be honest. And life got in the way, and I had to readjust my priorities and time. And I did get sick along the way as well. And training while sick is hard, especially this type of sickness. Honestly, I was in bed probably for about 4 days, and I was sleeping around 10 to 11 hours during that time. And for me, it's just I didn't feel like eating at all. I tried to drink as much water as I could. Thankfully, I didn't have too bad of a cough, and that was, it was alarming at first when I did cough a little bit. It's just my lungs were very sore, were very tight, as if I got punched in the kidneys or something like that, or punched in the lungs, I should say. And, it's brings me to my next point. Training during all this, it's very tedious, because it just reminds me when anytime I would get sick, right? You have to make that judgment call. Do you go to the gym at all? Now I think it's more taboo to go into the gym at all if you're sick, period, because of everything that's going on, right? And rightfully so, because you need to be aware that there's other people that are going to be touching the same barbells, plates, or maybe sharing a platform even with you, right? So I personally don't go to the gym while sick because I feel like you need to reprioritize being healthy again, right? So there's no point of, for me at least, is prolonging your sickness by still beating your body when you're working out. Because, I don't have any scientific journals to back any of these claims up. It's just my personal experience, and I would highly recommend it, is just eating, just eating clean foods or not, just eat a lot in general. And for me, that's like fuel for the body to hopefully fight off whatever you're dealing with. So that, drinking a lot of water, and sleep, big sleep. And I would get a minimum of 8 hours in if you can. Typically, I get about 7 hours of sleep, typically at night, and usually that's good enough for me. I wear a Whoop band, so that gives me that feedback saying, hey, you had 95% efficiency while sleeping. You didn't really toss and turn at all. So I'm usually good at 7 hours. So, again, when I was sick, 9 hours, 10 hours, maybe 11 on a day or two. And it said that I wasn't getting really good sleep at all. I was still pretty restless. So, the more sleep, the better. Get you back in the gym quicker. But, hopefully this kind of adjusts the whole, work through the pain, or just, sweat it out or anything like that. I would say sweat it out, but not at a gym. I would say just go running or do jump rope or something like that. Do body weight squats if you're up to it. But now hopefully it is going to be a stigma going to the gym while sick, because you may possibly infect others, right? You just have to, look at the bigger picture of things, and hopefully do not, if you're very infectious, right? If you're coughing, sneezing, anything like that, then just don't go to the gym. Stay at home, keep the germs at home, get some rest, and be 100% when you come back to the gym. So anytime I would be sick, the week of me being healthy, moving some weight, if whatever your program is, honestly, scale it back. It sounds like common sense, but some people just go immediately into it. So if you're doing 90% work, 80% work, just take a little bit longer on those warm-up sets. Feel the body out. Your joints are going to be extremely sore. You are most likely going to be out of breath. You'll feel like you gained 50 pounds and you just have like a weight on your body. And that's completely okay. I believe the first day back should just kind of be dipping your toes in the water, making sure you don't go 100%, because you may wreck yourself and you may get injured. And that's horrible, because you're so excited about coming back training that you just get a little ahead of yourself. And quick story time, that's exactly what happened to me. That's exactly what happened to me that was about a year and a half ago. And I was really hyped going back to the gym, and we were doing a 3-rep complex of cleans and then a jerk. So when I was making jumps, 90 kilos, 100 kilos, 110 kilos, and then I went to 120. And I did 2 reps, and I was feeling good. I was tired, obviously, because it's hard, but I was like, all right, I have one more. This is my PR. Here we go. And then as I'm about to catch the bar on my shoulders in a squat clean, my right elbow gets caught on my knee, and I catch 120 kilos on my wrist. And thankfully, it didn't break, but it did mess up some ligaments on my wrist. And that took me about a good year to get back to being comfortable cleaning 120 kilos. And, that could have been all avoided if I just kind of kept my ego in check, if I just came with a plan and was like, yeah, let's taper up to a 90% workout, and we'll just kind of hang tight right there, just, put a flag in it, revisit the next day, and try to push those percentages maybe a different day, or maybe, hold it off for a different week. So, that's something, again, comes with experience, comes with time. But, to recap everything, 1, stay at home if you're even feeling a little bit sick, if you're coughing, contagious, all that fun stuff. If you do want to get a workout in, go for a jog, or go for a steady walk, or go for a slow hike, or anything like that. Because yeah, sweat it out is a good option, but now with everything going on, definitely don't do it in the gym, right? So I believe that if, again, you are sick, take a more systematic approach of feeling out the weights, making sure you don't go straight back into the programming. Maybe take a couple of days and then ramp up your capacity to make sure that you do everything safely, because again, you don't want to get injured, right? You don't want to get injured right when you come back from being healthy. Well, this is the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you like as well. Follow the journey. I'll see you next time.